Okay, this is Thursday, and Thursday is what? The day I don't give a fuck. That's right, I don't give a fuck. And today it's going to be kind of a personal, I don't give a fuck about. Because earlier this week I put up a few pictures and I said in the post, get rid of the white Jesus, the white God, white angels, white prophets, white everybody that they picture throughout the Bible and scriptures. Remove all that shit out of there. Right? Somebody had the mitigate. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but this person sent me a message. A couple of people did, but one particular person sent me a message saying that they were offended because I said that Jesus wasn't white. Motherfuck you. Okay, I don't give a fuck what you think about what I posted. And none of them are white. Anybody, matter of fact, even the late great Billy Graham, bless his heart, he said Jesus wasn't white. There's a video out of him saying Jesus wasn't white. He was of a dark-skinned complexion. He wasn't white. But because I posted that thing and said remove all white objects and white things from worship, from the churches, from the books and everything, these people get offended. You know what? That's why I have this Thursday. This Thursday is I don't give a fuck. And I really don't give a fuck if you were offended. I don't give a fuck if you didn't like it. I don't give a fuck if you believe Jesus was white. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because it's true. And until all those white images are removed from out of any belief system, the people of color will never get a fair shake. Because subconsciously, in the back of their minds, when they see a white Jesus and see a white man, that's who they are worshiping. That's a subconscious game that they play with you. Is that they put up all these white images and God is white. But yet it says God is a spirit. What is he, a white spirit? What kind of shit is that? But yeah, they'll put up the white angels, the white prophets, the Pope, all these here people that's white, and everybody in heaven is white. Angels are white, everybody. So therefore, this is all bullshit. Now, I'm saying that if you don't like it, well, fuck you. Because I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. I don't give a fuck if you don't agree with me. But it's the truth. As long as those white images are up, there will never ever be a any fair shake for people of color. And even if you took them all down today, and you moved them all out of sight, the concept or the thought is still in people's minds. If you say Jesus, a white image will pop in your head. If you say God, some of your minds may go blank, or you might see an image of a white man sitting on a throne in a place you call heaven. And what's interesting about a place they call heaven, they say, well, my mother and my father are looking down on me from heaven. How far up? Because you ever go to Google Earth, you see them satellites, and all they show is a picture, and you got to zoom all the way in to even see what's going on. So therefore, if they are in heaven and they're beyond those satellites, how the fuck can they see what's going on down here? Huh? Or from up here, because Earth is round supposedly. So therefore, from any angle, how can they see what's going on, see you? So to you people out there who said that they didn't like my post about the white God, the white Jesus, the white angels, and the white prophets, and the white apostles, and all that shit, fuck you. That's my response because I don't give a fuck. Now, one thing I want to talk about is I'm gonna give you a word today, and that word is confinement. Now, what is confinement? Confinement means that you're locked into a certain place. You can't go beyond a certain place, right? But if you ever notice, this is how the games they play with you. You ever notice that where do all the homeless people stay at? They all have them in major cities. They all are in like one place. They have like little tent cities, or they live under the bridges, but they have them confined to certain areas. They're not allowed to go beyond these little areas to do what they have to do. They are confined. You are confined. If you think you can go anywhere in this country that you want, you can't. I'm going to give you an example of something that I noticed is that pick your favorite movie star, actor, singer, entertainer, whatever. They can come into your neighborhood whenever they get ready, walk around, do what they have to do, whatever. No big deal. They can do that, right? And they can leave. but you can't go to their neighborhoods. You can't go up to where they live at and walk in their neighborhoods because you don't belong there. You're not allowed to be there. You are confined to the inner city, as they call it. You have a city, but then there's the inner city. And if you look at how certain big cities, how things are broken down, people of certain cultures stay in those certain areas. Like in New York, you have Chinatown, Little Italy. You have a Jewish place up there, Williamsburg section. You have all different sections of the city where people of culture, of their own culture, or where they live stay. They are confined there. You're not bleeding. You can't, like for instance, you can't go to Chinatown and set up a barbecue joint. Why? Because they won't buy from you. But people from Chinatown can come into your neighborhood and set up a Chinese restaurant and you'll support them. Now, I'm not knocking anybody for doing what they have to do with their business. That's how it is. But that's the way things go. You're confined to certain areas on this planet that you can and cannot go to. Until that confinement is released, you are stuck to where the hell you want. Now, you may travel different places, but there are certain places that other people travel, you can't. You're not allowed to. You are confined. Another thing, too, I want to tell you is pay attention to what's going on. I said this here months ago, and I'm saying it again. I told you all, keep your eye on the weather. Pay attention to the weather. See what's happening. I told you about flooding. Okay? I'm going to tell you about earthquakes going to be happening next. Pay attention. All right? Shit is getting thick. It's not going to get any easier. The government don't give a fuck about you. You may think they do. They may be doing a few things here and there, but they're not doing anything of importance for you. They are only caring about themselves. All those politicians are rich multi-millionaires. Those news reporters, the big ones and the big channels, they're multi-millionaires. And they got the nerve to complain about, well, gas is going through. Motherfuck you. Fuck you. You complain about gas and you're making $2-3 million a year and you worrying about gas prices or food prices costing too much? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get out of here. That's bullshit. You all just saying that for the sake of people that are watching you on television. You don't really feel the same pains and hurt that those people feel that are really, really experiencing hardships. Again, pay attention to the food situation. Keep an eye on China, Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, Russia. Keep an eye on those things going on over there, especially there in Ukraine. If they fuck around with that nuclear power plant and they fuck that shit up and that radiation cuts loose, you're going to wish you had some iodine. I told you about that months ago. Stock up on your iodine and your oil of oregano. You're going to need those things in the future. I'm telling you. Don't sleep it. You're going to need that shit. Also, there's droughts going on across the country. There's certain, like I think of somewhere in New Mexico, you only have like 30 days of water left. There's certain areas that are really experiencing drought. Now, you may say, well, it's flooding in certain areas, yes, but other areas, there's droughts taking place. Keep your eyes on that shit. Don't be fooled. Like it says, Babylon the Great is falling, is falling. Remember, there's no great society lasts forever. There's the fall of Rome, okay? The fall of Great Britain, the fall of Germany. Every great big nation or country that was great at one time falls. Where does it start? It starts from within. Pay attention. They're paying farmers not to grow food. Okay, the food situation is going to get serious pretty soon. So you all better get ready for that when it takes place, because it's going to happen. Water. Remember that you have to have water. You can go without food for a week, but you can't go without water for a week. You got to have water. Okay, so it's best that you start maybe getting an extra few gallons of water when you go to the store, because in some places water is getting harder to get to. Okay, so like I said, pay attention to these things. Keep your eye to the sky, because you're going to start seeing shit that they're not going to be able to explain away. All right? They're going to start seeing things that's going to be taking place, that's going to happen in broad daylight, and they're not going to be able to explain it away with their bullshit lies. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right? Keep your eye to the sky, because in due time, you'll know why. Keep yourself grounded. Get together with people who are like-minded and discuss things. Say what you want to do as a group. Look out for one another because unity is going to be the key to your survival down the road. Okay, until next time, again, I don't give a fuck about you people who were offended by my pictures of the fake ass Jesus, the fake God, the fake angels, the fake black devil, the fake prophets, the fake heaven, all that fake bullshit. And that's all it is. If you all believe it's true, fuck you. Go ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, we need to get rid of that bullshit and start over again with new ideas, new thoughts. Free your mind. Okay? Renew your mind. Open your mind up to see things differently than what they're telling you. Learn how to think, not what to think. Because they say, well, what do you think? I don't give a fuck when you ask me what I think. I'm telling you how to think. You think for yourself because what they're doing now, I'm talking about this later on, is that they're not going after you anymore. They're going after your children. They're going to teach your children who they aren't as opposed to who they are. Okay? So pay attention to that. Don't let these people put shit in your children's head about who they are, who they aren't, or they're a pronoun or they're not a pronoun. Bullshit. Okay? So until next time, I want to say this is Thursday, and I don't give a fuck about you people that were offended by that fake bullshit pictures and things of Jesus and God. Fuck you.